tonight with some breaking news. The decision is in.
After more than 5 days of arguments, jurors decided whether to recommend charges in the death of a Milwaukee County inmate. Our AJ Bayatpour is live outside of the Milwaukee County courthouse with what they have decided. AJ?
Mary, Ted, that jury has decided that 7 individuals associated with the county jail should be charged with the same offense, abuse of an inmate. That is a low-level felony. This verdict just came down within the last half hour, the 6th day of the inquest. Let me tell you a little bit about these 7 individuals who charges have been recommended against. The biggest name, Nancy Evans. She was the commander of the jail at the time. Police investigators on the case had indicated they felt that she was a bit deceptive in not telling them sooner about surveillance video showing that full week that Thomas was in the cell without access to water. The lieutenant who physically ordered that water be cut off to Thomas's cell also recommended for charges. The officer who physically turned off the water, he too recommended for that charge. There were 2 officers who pleaded the 5th on the stand. They too recommended for possible charges, as well as 1 other officer who was there as Thomas's water was ordered off.
There is probable cause to believe that Terrell Thomas came to his death because of abuse of residents of penal facilities, contrary to section Wisconsin statutes 940.29 as defined in the jury instruction. Answer yes or no. Answer is yes.
Again, this is a recommendation that this jury is providing. It's not final. That ultimate say will go to District Attorney John Chisholm. He told me after this verdict was read that he is not bound to just that 1 charge. While these 7 individuals are recommended for the charge of abuse of an inmate, Chisholm says not only can he charge those 7 individuals with that crime, he can add additional charges on top of that. Reporting live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse, AJ Bayatpour, Fox 6 News.
Thank you, AJ. Fox 6 has covered the Terrell Thomas inquest from the beginning. View select testimony from the inquest as part of our extensive coverage when you visit fox6now.com or the Fox 6 News app. When you're there, just search Inquest.
And now to our big story this evening, May Day in Milwaukee. Sky Fox capturing a bird's eye view of downtown crowds, workers and activists around the world marching today for a number of things, including better pay and working conditions. But this march in our city took on another meeting for some demonstrators today. Many want Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke removed from office.
Political reporter Theo Keith is live at the county courthouse where the march ended. Theo, good evening.
Mary, Ted, I can tell you that inquest that AJ just broke the news of was certainly on the minds of many protesters here. Many of them were hoping for this outcome, and some of them want Sheriff Clarke to be personally held responsible for Thomas's death. For the second time this year, protesters hit Milwaukee's streets in opposition to Sheriff David Clarke. It's clear that some people don't just want Clarke removed from office, they want him jailed.
We want him to be indicted and convicted for the deaths that he's responsible for that happened under his watch in his jail.
Sky Fox shows the march from Walker's Point to the county courthouse. Demonstrators stretched from end to end on the 6th Street Viaduct. They came from a dozen Wisconsin cities. A lawyer representing the family of Terrell Thomas, who died at the jail after prosecutors say he was without water for 7 days, joined the protest. So did Dan Black, who filed a harassment complaint against Clarke after an incident at the airport in January.
How did Sheriff Clarke respond? ¿Cómo respondió el Sheriff Clarke? He posted a death threat on Facebook for me. Puso una amenaza de muerte en Facebook hacia mí. A death threat!
Demonstrators are also upset that Clarke is seeking a role in enforcing federal immigration laws under the 287G program. Some of the people here were Mexican immigrants.
It's actually my 2nd time coming out here, and I'm really proud to be here and fight for my people's rights.
The protest ended abruptly when heavy rain that had threatened all day sent people scrambling for cover. Governor Scott Walker says he will not use his power to remove Sheriff Clarke from office, saying that it will be up to voters whether to do that. We did reach out to the sheriff's office for comment about today's march. So far, we have not heard back. Last week, Sheriff Clarke, in a separate statement called Voces de la Frontera, the organization that put together this march, quote, slimy. Live at the county courthouse, Theo Keith, Fox 6 News.
Theo, thank you.